This is KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. Standing by is writer-director Scarlett Li. She's joining me to talk about her short film, Double Happiness, an official selection of the Palm Spring International ShortFest. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Janeane. Thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does this feel? You're in a pandemic. Are you connecting from New York? Because you're a student at NYU, correct?
Yes, yes. Here am I in New York on a sunny afternoon.
Have you been in New York the whole time?
Well, during this pandemic, yes. I made a film in China right before the pandemic hit. And after that, I've been in New York.
Oh my gosh. So right before the pandemic, you create this film. How long did it take you to make this film?
The production took about 5 days, and I've been preparing for this film the half year before the production.
Okay. Where did you get the idea?
So I was back in home in China for the summer, and everyone is really talking about marriage and wedding, and I've been always fascinated about the concept of wedding. And in China, most people get married wearing a big white dress, and that wasn't always the case, obviously, in China.
Yeah.
So that was always interest me, and I wanted to discuss the relationship between ritual and the people in it. So that's why I made this film.
And is there a specific age, like average age, people get married in China?
You have to be, I think, above 22 or 21 to get married. Yeah.
I know, because I'm not going to give away the film, but when I saw it, I thought, wow. That's all I'm going to say. Amazing. Was it tough casting?
Well, it's tough because I have a lot of child actors. So I interview a bunch of kids, and around 7 years old or 8 years old. And the children around that age are very different. Some of them are very independent and have their own thoughts, and the other are still not as actively talking as the other kids. So I interview a bunch of kids, and luckily I find my kids, and they're all local casts from my hometown, Shenzhen.
They were great. They were so talented.
Yeah, children are just being, right? They don't act and they don't pretend. They're just being.
Yeah, they weren't trying to be anything else but what they were.
Yes.
And
that's also precious about them.
Right. What would you like people to know about your film without giving too much away?
Double Happiness is a coming of age wedding satire where all parents collapse into their most childish self. And can a couple make it out alive? We'll see in the film.
We'll see. Do you have other films that you're already planning?
So I'm currently writing my first feature and also another short. I'm developing this short about a young girl who wants to be old. So she decided to dye her hair white and pretend to be an old person and to live that life, and then realize, that is what it to basically discover what it means to be aging. But I'm still in the development and writing.
That's so interesting, because we are here a very ageist society. They're treated very differently. When I say they, I mean older adults. Yeah. Kind of like a Careful What You Wish For film.
Yes. So yeah, as a young person, I imagine that girl want to be old, and because people can read and plant flowers, care for their garden, but to get to that peacefulness, it takes a journey.
Yes, that's true. Tell me about being a student at NYU. Did you always want to focus on the arts?
So I always want to be a filmmaker, director, and NYU is amazing for me, and I have made so many friends here. And the most precious thing about NYU is that you meet people alike and you grow together. And so I have a bunch of friends. When you make a film, there's so many struggles and problems, and it's wonderful to have people to go through this with you.
Yeah. And it really connects you on a totally different level when you're making a film.
Exactly.
You know?
You live together, you eat together, you just be together 24/7,
Mm-hmm.
and you go through the same struggle together. So
That's true.
it's wonderful.
How have you been during the pandemic? Have you had to take extra good care of yourself because it's been really hard?
Well, for sure. And I'm lucky because my friend had this cute dog, and so I've been taking care of her for some times, and that's a blessing.
That is a great diversion
Yes.
because I know Manhattan last March. Oh my gosh, I told somebody else this. I was supposed to be in Manhattan last March. I had canceled my plans before I even knew how bad things were coming down the road with COVID. Yeah.
Yes, I remember the time, March. One of my really good friends in my class just had her 25 years old birthday, and she
Mm-hmm.
said, "Oh, 25 is going to be different. 25 is going to be amazing." And a week after, pandemic hits, and the city is just empty.
Oh, it was different. All right. I don't know how amazing, but very, very different. Yeah.
Very different. Yes, I remember I was scared, and I remember when I was on my flight from China to US, and the pandemic hasn't officially hit people's mind yet, but I saw people wearing masks, and I'm thinking, wow, what's going on? And then yes,
Was
and
that
then
in March? Was that
that's in January,
January?
early January. I come back very early.
February, I was wearing a mask. And
Yes,
January, I started carrying a mask because I started thinking, I'm hearing a lot of coughs. I'm seeing like a lot of colds. And by February, I remember thinking, I'm going to have the mask with me just in case. And sure enough, there was a woman next to me, and I think she had a fever. So I just threw my mask on, and somebody said, "Oh my gosh, you're so smart to know to carry one of those." And that was before I even had COVID in my vocabulary.
exactly. It's so
Yeah.
smart. And I was scared during that time. I know people in China are always wearing masks because of this pandemic, but not many people here are doing that. So
And what
yes,
is
I
it
was
like
scared.
now in New
It
York?
is.
More
I think
open.
over 70% of people got vaccinated already. So I think at least first dose, and both of me and my partner all got vaccinated. So it's chiller, and people are enjoying their summer.
That's good.
It's very
Yeah, we
nice.
need that. And when did you find out you got into the film festival?
That's about a month ago, maybe. And I'm actually going over there this Sunday
Oh, good. So you'll
to
be in
Palm Spring.
person. Yeah.
Yes, I'm very excited, and there will be my very first in-person festival.
Yes, I spoke to Lily and she said there'll be lots of hugging.
Oh, well, haven't had a lot of that for sure.
Yes, definitely. Have you submitted this to other festivals?
Yes, my film played first in BFI Future Film Festival in London,
Mm-hmm.
and it was going to play in the National Theatre, but because of the pandemic, it moved online.
Right.
That was a very different experience. Also fun, but very different
Very different because of the pandemic?
because everything goes online, and
Yeah.
I watched the awards on my TV at home.
So different. Well, when you come here, it'll be very different because now that we're opening back up, it's
Yes,
going to be great. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Where can people find out more about you and the film?
People can follow me on my Instagram and also my website. My
Okay.
website is scarlettfilm.com, and my Instagram is at SCARL underscore TT. It's a
I,
little mystery.
okay. And I want to mention I put all your information on my show blog, which is getthefunkoutshow.kuci.org. You got out of your funk with the dog, which is great. Um, I want to tell listeners a little bit more about you. We've been talking to Scarlett Li. She's a writer director born and raised in China. Where exactly?
In Shenzhen, right next to Hong Kong.
Okay. And you're currently pursuing your MFA in film directing and writing at NYU Tisch School of the Arts, where you are an Ang Lee Scholar. Her latest short is Double Happiness, which we've been talking about. It was nominated for Best Film, Best Writer, Best International Film at the BFI Future Film Festival, and is an official selection of the Palm Spring International ShortFest. And you've been a published writer since 13?
Yes, on my local newspaper.
Amazing. That's incredible. Okay, so we have to stay in touch because I'm sure there'll be more things that you'll be producing and creating, Scarlett.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me today, Janeane.
My pleasure, my pleasure. And if I make it to the festival, I will see if I can find you. Okay? All right. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.